All right, hello everyone. Adrenaluke here. I have not touched my sim rig for since Monday, so it's been almost a week. Well, not almost a week, but at least what was that? Like 5 days of no racing or driving on the rig whatsoever. So, and we have a race starting, or at least qualifying starting in like 40 minutes, and it looks like there's going to be some on and off rain. We're going to be really unprepared for this one, much like last week, but as you can see in the title, this is a chance for redemption, because I did end up hitting two people, one of them twice, in last Saturday's race. So today we are going to try to make an improvement on our driving and pull that together. Now, I can't upload the thumbnail because I figured out why it's not uploading the thumbnail. It's whenever it's over 2 megabytes, I think is the name. So whenever it's over 2 megabytes, which I saw it is, I can't upload the thumbnail until after the live stream is over. Today's going to be one of those days. So I'm just going to skip right to opening the chat on my laptop. That's all we can do. And then I'll go ahead and post a link around the place. And we're going to need to get out there and practice as much as we can, because I'm going to need it, especially with it being on and off rain. I should have started practice earlier because it looks like the rain has stopped and now it's damp out there. And we really need to figure out what tire pressures are going to be correct for this stuff. But for the most part, we're just going to be guessing, given how we're pretty unprepared. So this should be fun. Let me change it to live chat instead of top chat. There we go. Have it zoomed in on my laptop so I can actually see what you guys are typing. And now I'm just going to copy and paste the link of the live stream and just post it to some Discords. And we really got to hustle and get out there, guys. Like I said, I haven't driven on the sim rig at all in like 5 days. So it's going to be a disaster probably. You guys get to see, this is going to be a fun little experiment to see how badly I do. Okay. So I'm just going to knock out posting this link around as fast as I can. And I am doing it pretty quickly here. And again, I'm just going to have to guess on these tire pressures. I have no idea what to put. And it looks like the track conditions are still damp right now, so we're going to go on slicks. Actually, you know, slicks are better when it's greasy. So we might, okay, I've already posted my link to enough places, to be honest. I'm just going to go ahead and get out there, but here's the plan. Let's go to the pit strategy window, and strategy 1 is going to be if it's just dry. Strategy 2, we should probably make that to where we want, if it's greasy, that'll be strategy 2. We'll go on really hot slicks, so like 1 psi higher on each tire there. We might even bump it up by like 0.2 psi more each tire there. Really hot slicks. Strategy 3 should be if it's damp, so that's where we'll do really cold wets, because the wets can overheat when it's damp. So let's just bump those way down. Strategy 4 should be if it's just strategy 4 is if it's all the way wet. I'm just going to stay on pad 2 brakes the whole time, though. Not sure how much fuel to put in yet. I really don't know. A lot of today is going to be a guessing game. As I said, no preparation going into this. So this should be fun to see how close our guesses get. The tire pressures, I'm guessing, are completely random for 4 different scenarios. Looks like it is damp right now, so you know what? Let's go ahead and slap on wet tires. We'll put in 20 liters of fuel. And we'll just bump these tire pressures way down. I think I was at 27.6. Let's just do 2 psi lower on each. So 25.6, 26.4, or 25.4, 20, 25.9, and 25.7. Because these wets are going to really heat up when it's damp. I bumped down the slow dampers. I softened them up by just 1 click each. I normally would bump them down by more clicks if it's all the way wet, but it's not going to be like that. So I'm going to leave the downforce where it's at. Everything else, I did change the brakes to pad 2s, wet tires since it's damp. TC and ABS both up. That should be enough adjusting. Let's go ahead and just jump on out there. Like I said, very inexperienced with the driving in ACC right now. It's nice to see Tony back. I haven't seen him in a while. Tony, welcome back. Same thing with Brandon. Bloxham, nice to see you back in here. GT Jamie, I thought you were done with sim racing. It's a relief to see you're still in here with us. Just make sure I have the right steering lock. I think I had it at 640. Nope, still at 620. All right. Okay, everything should be good to go. Let's go ahead and turn the ignition on, engine on. Headlights on because it is dark. Pit limiter on. Now ease on the throttle because it is going to be damp while exiting here. Let those tires warm up, but don't let them warm up too much because, like I said, we're on wets right now. And wets are going to be really sensitive to temperature, really sensitive to friction. Yeah. I definitely am feeling a little off-put. Haven't driven in so long. Very sloppy. We'll get the hang of it though. I can tell those tires are struggling for traction. Whoa, that's way too late on the brakes. Overshot the apex there, had to cruise too much. Had to lift there massively. It's my first time having any amount of moisture on the surface at Kyalami. My goodness, that was a lot of counter steer there. So Crocodile and Cheetah both have to be taken drastically different. Tires are already getting very hot. That's just one outlap on the wets. Not a good sign. You know what we're gonna do? Hang on. We're going to turn on something on the HUD that will let us know the track conditions without us having to keep checking. So if we turn on the, is it gear speed or I think it's gear speed. If we turn this on, no, it's not that one. Okay, it's the tires app. So if we turn that back off, we go to tires app. Guys, if you turn the tires app on, it will show you, like if I go back here now, look at, okay, yeah. So that thing that shows the clock, it'll show you whether it's going to start raining or not, but that doesn't give you as much detail. If you open the pit window here, the pit MFD window, it actually says damp there. So we are going to have to open that every now and then. But at least now on the bottom right corner, we will always see if it's going to start raining or not. So let's go ahead and right back onto the track. You know what? Let's just reset everything. Let's just go back to the garage and reset everything. It's still damp, so we're just going to load the same settings here. Hoping I have this all at least decent. It seems like a decent setup. But again, I'm just guessing on all of this. My phone is at 20% battery, so I'm just going to actually close out everything on my phone. I already have the chat open on the laptop anyways. Got to save battery. Why did I just turn the ignition off? There's Vic in front of us in the Porsche. We did not have our pit limiter on. Oopsies. very wide. We're learning as we go. Somebody's off there.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
So you can get away with taking a little bit of curb at barbecue. Trying to keep it tight on the S's. Easier said than done when it's damp. Now he braked late here last time. Let's try to get it just right this time. Yeah, that was perfect. You gotta keep note of your mistakes every lap so you can try to improve that next lap. That's the whole point of the practice session. Don't just mindlessly drive, try to keep track of what can be improved. Somebody had to run over the braking markers right before Crocodile. We still are going wide there, so just like I said, gotta keep track of the mistakes. Now this is gonna be a really tricky one. Cheetah really try to be smooth there. That was much smoother than last lap. If you guys remember, we only did one out lap before we went back to the garage anyways, but our last out lap we were really struggling for traction mid-corner through Cheetah because our entry was about as violent as the entry is when the track's dry, and that's a mistake because we had to counter steer like crazy. That might be way too, yeah, that's way too late on the brakes. I'm just so used to when it's dry here. Lots of adjusting to make. We're gonna have to be earlier on the brakes as well. Not just because it's pad 2 brakes. As you guys know, pad 2 brakes don't have as much stopping power as the pad 1s, but it's more just due to the fact of the conditions of the surface of the track itself. When the surface is wet, you just have to brake sooner in general. Had to do a little bit of counter steer there, going through Sunset. You also have to kind of anticipate more on-throttle rotation and be ready for that when you go back on the power. It's going to have some snap oversteer, just a little bit of it. Anticipate that and have your steering angle set up just right. So we did brake right at the perfect time last lap here. It seems like we're getting it down right here. Definitely am braking at the right point there. Now, this is where it gets tricky again. Right at this bend, we do have to do a little bit of a lift. We don't have to lift as much anymore. We're getting it a little bit right. Braking a little bit earlier so we can keep it tight on the apex this time at Crocodile. Beautiful stuff. Should help our exit speed there. Now really be gentle on the entry at Cheetah. Had to do a little bit of counter steering there. But it's all about being smooth when the track is damp like this. And that's how it's done. So, we can definitely pick up the pace a little bit. Those tires are already getting too hot though, which I kind of predicted. We're still a little bit late on the brakes here, but that's better than last lap. Into turn number 1. Delta's already showing about half a second. That's a massive improvement. And you can see those tires are not happy. But you're never going to get the tires just right when it's damp. Oh my gosh, that is wide. You're never going to get the tires just right when it's damp. It's always ideal for it to be either all the way dry or all the way wet. Whenever it's in between, if it's greasy or damp, it's really hard to get the tires just right because you don't know. It's kind of a balancing act, you know. You either put on wets and have them at a very low starting tire pressure in anticipation of them really overheating while you drive, or you do the opposite where you go on slicks and you put the starting tire pressures really high in anticipation of those getting too cold. So again, braking earlier to try to keep it tight at the apex of Crocodile. Definitely different than how you take this dry. Be really gentle, Cheetah. There we go. Still running wide at some mid-corner apexes. But we're getting the hang of it. We still got 28 minutes to practice this. And our tires are screaming at us by this point. Or is the track still damp? Oh, it's greasy. Okay, so let's test this out then. The track's greasy. We'll do one more lap around and we will do our pit stop, and we will try out those different pit strategies that we set. So strategy 2 should be for greasy conditions. So we're going to do strategy 2, and we're going to switch to slicks with no tread, but they're going to be at really high starting pressures. Woo, a little bit too lively there on the entry. That's why you always want to check the pit MFD during changing track conditions like this. Because how I just checked it there, we see that it's no longer damp and it's greasy. That means there's less moisture on the track, so we don't need tread anymore. So we don't need to be on the wets. And in GT3 racing, they don't have intermediate tires like they do in F1, which would really be ideal. Okay, so really line this up to where we don't have to lift much at all. Brake a little bit earlier for Crocodile, but we can get away with braking a little bit later than we were now that there's less moisture. And remember, we're going to box. We're going to go right into our pit stop here. Okay, pit limiter on. There's a really tight turn into the pit lane here in Kyalami. Whew. All right, make sure we're on strategy 2, which we are. Just going to do a 15-liter splash as well. So this is going to put us on slicks. I don't know if we pulled up far enough. Oh, we did. Okay, well, not quite. Now, engine coming back on. So we're on slicks now, and this is going to be a good test to see if we have the right tire pressure set for these. Make sure that all the different scenarios for the race will be set. So just checked, and the track conditions are still greasy. We caught too much curb there. Definitely slowed us down. Had to lift massively just to recenter everything. We would have lost the car if I didn't. There's a lot of understeer. Seems like mid-corner understeer, but it wants to oversteer on the exit. And you can see those tire pressures are already going down. If you look on the bottom right of the screen, you can see that it's color-coded for the temperature of the tires. And they are light blue, which means they are really cold. My HUD in the center of the screen actually shows the exact temperatures of the tires. 56 degrees Celsius, it looks like. Very cold for the slick tires. Would be adequate temperatures for wets. We can bump down the traction control as well. We don't need as much now, which I just did a little bit. Might even bump it down a little bit more. Same thing with ABS. It's good to have buttons mapped for... Okay, we're going back to the garage. Maybe I shouldn't have bumped down the traction control. So far we're doing 1.4 liters per lap. That's going to go up. You use less fuel the more moisture is on the track, so you can get away with putting down more power and more throttle when the track's more dry. So it's good to at least keep note that it was about 1.4 liters per lap when there was damp conditions. So we're going to stay on pad 2 brakes. Man, my eyes are dry.
in sector 2.
$28,100, $27,900. Okay. All right. Let's see what this says. I didn't even check the temperature. Hang on. Okay, so it is 1818. Still greasy, so let's get back out there and test this a little bit more. We are remembering to turn on the pit limiter this time. Why am I on wet tires? Hang on. Why am I on wet tires? Ah, because I forgot to... Come on, Luke. Okay. So now we're on dries. Should be the same starting pressures, though. That's what we wanted.
Yellow flag on, watch out in front. Yellow flag in sector 3.
That's not nearly as wide as we've been doing through here. It seems like the track's drying up, though. Yeah, I think the track's drying up. Still says greasy, but I think it's less greasy now. Yeah, I can tell the car's rotating more, it's getting more grip, and you can just visually see less moisture as well. Not as much understeer. See, look at this, that's a lot of rotation there. Wasn't expecting that.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
It's still kind of understeering on throttle, but there's a lot of off throttle rotation, which could just be attributed to the high TC right now. See, we're braking too early now because we're used to a lot more understeer on corner entry.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Trying to set it up for that, but it's cooperating a lot better now. I think it's getting drier. We're going to keep pad 2 brakes on the whole session, because you never know what condition it's going to be in next. Pad 1s are really only ideal if it's dry.
flag yellow, watch out.
I think CJ just fell victim to Cheetah. There's going to be a lot of people falling victim. That can be a very vicious anti-cut. I wonder if that's what happened to him. You just merged across the solid white line, sir. Rapiduck. That was illegal.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I'm bumping it down to TC5. Dang it. Okay, maybe bumping down to TC5 is a mistake. We'll see though. If we keep losing traction a lot like that, then that will tell us that that was a mistake. I mean, the tires are still pretty cold. Still greasy, okay? Definitely more slippery at TC5, but I might hold on to that and not change it back up. I'll try it out for a little bit longer. Rapiduck went really wide there. I think people are used to the normal braking points. Okay, we're bumping it back up to TC6. Went a little wide on the exit there, that was too much curb. Jeez. This is going to be an interesting race, just given the conditions. There's going to be lots of deaths. It's going to be challenging for sure. Still greasy?
Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag, be careful there.
So with my tires being this cold, I actually am trying to avoid the curbs now. Tire temperature plays a big role in how they handle going over curbs. especially at this little bend right before Crocodile. Normally would take more curve there, excuse me.
Yellow flag ahead. Charlie forward.
Track conditions might be dry now. I'll have to check in a second. Feels like it's dry. Yep, it's dry. Alright. TC going down. We'll turn down the ABS in a second as well. And we are already on slicks.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag, be careful.
We have enough fuel for this lap and then we'll box.
Well done, mate. This is me, your personal best. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Slow car ahead.
Those tires are blazing hot though.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag, be careful there.
I'm gonna cross the line just to make this lap time count.
Well done,
That's
mate.
a pretty bad time. But I mean, my tires were blazing hot though, so what can you do? Alright. Let's calculate fuel. .84 liters per lap, okay. So, let's see how much we're gonna need. I'm just gonna throw out like a mid 143 lap time, because I could do 142s if it's all the way dry, but the conditions are gonna be all over the place probably. So when we're calculating this, we're going to just say 1:43.6, just to throw time out there, because the lap times are going to be all over the place with the changing conditions. I believe it's a 60-minute race. I mean, I can check that in a second. Fuel per lap, 2.80. Let's round it up to 2.85. Okay, let's just put in 105 liters. So, okay. And I'm actually going to be right back, guys. I got to use the restroom.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Hey COD, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. I'm back, I was just using the restroom. So, strategy 1, if it is dry, we're gonna toss in, just to be safe, we'll throw in 42 liters on that. We will throw in 40 liters if it stays greasy. If it is damp, we'll put in 38 liters, and if it's all the way wet, we'll just put in like 34 liters. So that's the fuel strategy. And we're going to start on 65 liters no matter what. So we'll go ahead and save that. And now we had another preset just in case if it starts out damp. So we're going to do the same deal here. Oops. You know what? We'll just label them as qualifying tunes. Who cares? We already know that it's for the race. So we're going to do the same thing here. I believe it was 42, 40... 42, 40, 38, 34. Alright, we'll save that to the damp. Okay. Okay, there's only 3 minutes left. We'll just do some really aggressive laps in here. Let's get on out there. But again, when you have, I'm just gonna let him go. when you have a lot of rapid changing conditions like this, always have that tires out bump one on the bottom right of the screen there. Gives you a time window of letting you know the forecast of if it's going to start raining or not, just any changes in the weather coming up.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag in Charlie front.
What's up there now? Whoa! Fluke almost killed us there. Oh my gosh. Fluke must have been behind us saying, if there's one thing this game nails, it's the spray. You know, I must say, I think I'm doing at least decent for not touching my sim rig at all for 5 days in a row. And yes, Darnell, 5 days. 5 days.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
I just like pinched a nerve in my hand. I felt that. Ouch. Definitely pinched a nerve. Okay, it's qualifying. Let's check the conditions.
Green light, go, go, go.
21:27 optimum dry. Okay. Do we have anything for that? Yeah, let's just keep it on here and we'll just bump up the starting tire pressures. So, let's reload that. 18. Alright, this should be good. Let's try to get in the 42s if we can. It'll be kind of hard considering how little we practiced. We can do it though. I believe we can. Excuse me, Shadow Lancer, you just crossed over the solid white line. That is an instant ban from this league. That is inexcusable. I've never seen such filthy behavior. Darno, don't you be getting in my way! Thank you! I wonder if he has my stream on and just heard me say that. I'm just like, Darno, get out of my way! Tires are so little cold. We might get in the 43s this lap, we'll see. We can use more track than that before turn 3. Did a good job sacrificing turn 2 though, just not enough.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, it was a 43 even, so I was right on the money when I predicted a 43 that lap. Tires are getting up a little bit hotter. Yeah, that was terrible. My mind went all the way to just use more of the track, get more to the right before turn 3, and we really messed that up. Focused too much on going to the right and not on the braking markers and getting it all lined up properly. So this is kind of a throwaway lap. This one doesn't matter. We just ruined it. Oh well. Tires aren't even at their optimum pressures yet anyways. And we're gonna have a lighter fuel load for the next lap as well. out pretty good at turn 3. I don't know why I'm struggling there.
Okay,
we can get in the 42s. Let's do this. Let's get in the 42s.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Dang it, dang it, dang it. I'm doing so bad today. And it's because lack of practice is why. It's okay though, still having fun. Air pressure on the tires is pretty low. So the question is, do we have enough fuel for one more lap? I believe we might.
Yellow flag out. Good job.
Oh, it's gonna be really close. We might run out of fuel this lap. Yep, you know what? Let's just reset everything and just get back out. And let's just go on a really light fuel load. Let's go on like... Okay, 8 liters. Let's do this. We only got like 4 minutes left. Oh, we're jumping out to a bunch of traffic though. I don't know. Okay, hopefully we have enough time to still do an outlap and get out there. Let's put in like 6 liters this time. Don't know how much time's left in qualifying. Come on, load. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We got just a minute 50. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is not a good qualifying session. Still lots of traffic around. Well, that was the worst qualifying session I've had in my life. Definitely some bad luck in there, but more of it can just be attributed to that I have not practiced at all for 5 days. And when I say at all, I don't mean just practicing for this event. I mean I haven't driven on my sim rig all week except for just Monday. So, and when I was driving on Monday, that was GT4, which is so different than this. And Sunday I didn't drive either. So the last time I drove GT3 was last Saturday, and that was in heavy rain. So I'm just not used to this at all. And seat time is king, so if you're not practicing, you're just not going to have the hang of it at all. But I did have some super bad luck at the end there. I just was under so much pressure because I had one more... When I was going back out there on an out lap and I had somebody smash into my car near the end of that out lap, I just wasted a bunch of time then, and then I only had like 1 minute left. And so then I had to reload everything, go back out there, do another out lap just so that I won't have damage on my car, and I will actually have a good run on the straight when I do my hot lap. But then that means that since I only did one out lap again, my tire pressures were way too low than what I wanted. So, and I only had that lap, and that was my very last chance. So my mind just wasn't in the right place. I was feeling under so much pressure because of that. Bad luck like this can happen sometimes. You know, somebody in front of you can lose control like he did there, and nothing you can do about that. If I slowed way down, then I would just ruin my next lap anyways, but I don't know, maybe I should have done that just because, yeah, I would have like technically one more out lap since that next one would be a terrible lap because of how slow my run would be onto the front straight after slowing way down to avoid him if I would have done that. But I mean, that would be a lot more ideal than what I did, which is trying to just force my way around him and not slow down at all in qualifying, which typically is what people do. And because of that, I had damage to repair then, so it just screwed me up way more than if I would have just sacrificed one more lap. Oh. But I think I only put enough fuel in for like 2 more laps anyways. So it's whatever, guys. We're starting in P10. Not the best result in qualifying at all. I feel like I easily could have been starting in at least like P7, maybe P6. But everyone in the top 6 are very, very, very fast. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I'll try not to rear end you. Yeah, I had really bad luck in the qualifying, though, Shadow. Let's make sure... Okay, let's check the track conditions. So it looks like it's going to be dry the whole race. So... let's do this. Start with 67 liters. And we'll throw in... You know what? Hang on. I'm going to load this setup here. I'm going to do 67 liters starting out. Let's make it 68 liters, and then we'll throw in a 40-liter splash when we pit. I had decent pace, not as good as if I was actually practicing, which I had 0 practice going into this, not just of the event, but I haven't practiced in my sim rig. I haven't touched my sim rig in 5 days, and I did GT4 on Monday, no driving on Sunday, and last time I drove GT3 was Saturday when it was raining. But let's load this setup in here. We are going to be on pad 1 brakes because I believe it's going to stay dry. I'm going to try to use the restroom. I really got to rush. Sorry, guys.
Seconds. Stay single file.
Alright. I guess I didn't have the time to check if I'm on fresh tires. Let's hope that I am. I think I'm on fresh tires. And if we're not on fresh tires, nothing we can do by this point. Oh well. Alright guys, I'm excited for this. We shall see how far I can climb up during the race as it goes on. I'm anticipating it's going to get colder out before we do our pit stop, so when I do my pit stop I might bump up the tire pressures more, which I already have by 0.1 psi, but I might do even 0.2 psi maybe, we'll have to see.
Stay double file.
Right, here we go. This should be a fun race, guys. Let's do this.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the left.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that!
Clear on the left.
Oh gosh. If that was on me, I'm so sorry.
Clear on the left.
Oh man, not a good start, not a good start. Oh joy. I think he turned across though, I'm not sure. I really wasn't trying to cause any chaos, guys. I'm so sorry if that was on me. I feel bad. But I don't know if he was turning across. I was trying to squeeze in a tight space to be perfectly fair though. Dang it, come on, man. Whoa! What? Oh, jeez! I guess that's karma going after me.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Well, we have a lot of damage now. Wonderful start to the race, am I right, guys? chaos. We have 20 seconds of damage. Oh my gosh. I'm just not happy about that start. I don't know how much of that was on me. I might share some of the blame there. You just can't help but laugh at it, you know, not like laughing at the people, just stress relief. You take it too seriously and I'll just get to you. With a pretty bad start, just falling down to 12th place and having lots of damage. Let's see what we can do, how many places we can work ourselves back up. 20 seconds of damage is a lot though. I'm honestly surprised that it's only 20 seconds of damage.
Behind the car in front in sector 2.
He's off, boom! It's a good thing I was paying attention up in front. Man, lots of chaos in this race. That's not looking good, that's not looking good. Whoa, they both made it through. This is not going to end well, is it? Oh, they still... Okay, wow. And I went on the throttle way too early like an idiot. We're at least up one position in P11. I still believe we're going to hold on to the championship lead after this. Okay, we're gaining on Make It Rain. Getting a strong slipstream. Should we go for a move at turn one? He might guard the inside. Let's go for it.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
All right, we got the job done. It was a good call to go for the move there. I think he just flashed his price at us. Maybe he's not happy about that. Or he could just have damaged headlights that flash when he brakes.
Yellow flag accepted. Yellow flag. Good job.
Definitely gaining on Cotton. He's off, he's off, he's off!
Clear on the right.
Alright, we're back to P9. We're working our way back up slowly. There's 49 more minutes. Keep in mind, we're doing this with 20 seconds of damage. Lap traffic ahead. Just gonna remind him that he's left.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
around the left car. More lap traffic ahead. CJ! That's a freebie though. Up to P8. P7's quite a ways ahead though. We might be hanging in P8 for a while. stop and go issued to somebody.
Slow car ahead.
We're up to P7. Something must have happened. Come on, Luke. Jeez. Get it together, man. Car's handling surprisingly well for being as damaged as it is. something happened to Carmasa. He can't be happy about that. That's him right ahead of us there. He might box. We'll have to see. Yep, he is. He's boxing. So there he goes. We're only into the top 5 because people are doing their pit stop. So don't let that get to my head. We're gonna have to do ours soon anyways. I might actually stay out. And I am not going to repair the damage. Come on! This has been my worst lap of the whole race, I think. Definitely has. Cletus is disqualified? What did he do? Oh my gosh, get it together, come on! not how you're supposed to be driving. My goodness. Can I get a single turn right, please? No.
Still a long way to go.
Too much mid-corner speed there. Same there. Gotta be more patient than this. Hurting my lap time tremendously, about half a second down. box now. See where we come out.
Yellow flag accepted.
Come on, go, go, go. Didn't pull up far enough. All right, come on, come on. Let's see where we come out. We're on P3 right now. I'm predicting maybe P7 again, or P8. We'll see. P8 maybe. I'm guessing P8. Come on. It's probably going to be P8. That's P6. P7.
Start clear. Let's go. Go, go, go.
Oh, we might be in P7 on the way out. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. All right, holding on to P7. It's going better than I thought it would. We're still in a very damaged car. I got to keep that in mind. Tires are going to be cold now as well. On the out lap. So we've been involved in lots of chaos early on in the race. And we'll save highlights. I'm not quite sure what happened on the first lap, but we'll review that later. 15 minutes left. Hanging on to P7 pretty nicely. Braking marker's gone. Come on, guys.
Well done, mate. The fastest step so far.
Hate that braking marker being gone. It's really throwing me off. Almost to the last 10 minutes. We're almost there. Hey, Graham. This has been a chaotic race. I got 20 seconds of damage, dude. See, look at this. If I turn on bodywork, look at that 50-second pit stop right there. Just 11 minutes to go, though. Yeah, not the greatest race in the world. But we're holding on to P7 pretty nicely. And the top 6 are aliens, so all the top 6 are pretty unreachable. So I mean, considering how much chaos happened, I'm not complaining. P7 is pretty good considering the strength of the grid. And there were a lot more than 15 people in here. There's just been a lot of rage quits. A lot of rage quits. I'm not sure if I was kind of at fault for a big wreck right at the start of the race. Before we even got to turn 1. Jeez. I just don't know if I was at fault or not, because it would look like I did a pit maneuver in somebody, but I think he turned across into my car. I think his back corner turned into me. And that made him go right into the car to the right of me. Just chaos right from the start. And then I think it was Vic that lost control right in front of me. And I slammed on my brakes to avoid him, and then the car behind me just slammed me into him. And then we had to wait to rejoin as well. I really gotta pee. I hope this race is gonna be over soon. 9 minutes. Okay, I just accidentally screwed up the laptop, so I can't see chat right now.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I don't know how to fix it right now.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Okay, I think I fixed chat. I've really gotta pee.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
spotter informing me of that. Does it matter when he's 15 seconds ahead? And there's 3 minutes left. He's 15 seconds ahead of me. And my spotter bothers to tell me that I'm gaining on him? Who cares? That's pretty much irrelevant by this point. I mean, unless something major happens.
Yellow flagging sector 3.
We put in way too much fuel. Oh well.
Yellow flag, be careful.
1.5 minutes.
Fastest lap.
As soon as this is over, I really gotta pee.
Right, man, the leader is on the final lap. Give me the final push.
So we got one more lap to go after this.
Yellow flagging sector 3.
All right, one more lap.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful. Leader has finished race.
Nice one, JP Desktop. Congrats on the victory. Brandon, good job taking second. Rapiduck, good job on P3. You're on the podium. I've gotta pee. Oh. Oh, I really gotta pee. passing the finish line. Woo! I believe we are still on the lead in the championship.
Alright, check the flag. Good job. You did the best you could.
Taking
Bring the car
P7.
back.
Alright, let's just save the highlights. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I've really got to pee. Save the highlights. Oh my gosh, guys. Alright, save the highlights, and after this, I'm just going to sprint to the bathroom and I'll be right back. Alright. Come on, return to garage. I will be right back.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Okay, I guess we can review the highlights now. Give me 1 second while I move my camera. Okay, yeah, looks like the car to the left turned into me. I'm not sure though. Let's go back and let's slow the footage down. If we can get an overhead view, that'd be nice. Let's... Okay. Alright, so keep an eye on the red BMW to the left of me. Trying to squeeze my way in between Fluka and that BMW. It looks like there was enough room for me to make my way through there, but it was a tight space. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for that, but like, yeah, the BMW turned into me. we can see it from the BMW's perspective. Man, I feel bad for Fluka in that situation too. I feel bad for everyone involved. I don't think any of us three wanted that to happen, obviously. Let's go back to the number 46 car. Why can't we get to the... Okay, there we go. Okay. So we're going to watch from his chase cam. Because I think he turned into me, to be fair. Maybe he just... he probably just didn't know that I was far enough ahead that there would be contact. But then again, I think this is a racing incident because I probably should not have tried to squeeze my way in through there. I mean, it was lap 1. I could have just eased off the throttle. But then also the BMW, I think, didn't know that I was up there. He probably didn't expect it. I mean, that was an aggressive move on my part to try to... to be fair, there was enough room for me to go through there if everyone stayed going straight. But I think that would make us 4 wide, and I was the furthest back, so I should have just lifted. Hindsight's 20/20. But I didn't think the BMW would merge over either. So I think it's a racing incident at the end of the day. I think it's a shared blame. But if we look at this, see, he's turning to the right there, and yeah. I think it's a shared blame, guys. I think it's a racing incident. Then again, I'm not like a steward that can judge it to issue out penalties. And if they decide it's my fault, I mean, fair game, because I think I at least share a blame there. So if I get a penalty for that, I'm willing to accept that. But I think it's a shared blame. My final verdict on that is that, at least from my opinion, I think, like I said earlier, I mean, if we get it back to an overhead view, right there, I feel like Fluka had a slower start than me, so I was trying to make my way around Fluka if I could. I was definitely going faster than Fluka, and I was going faster in that BMW, so I thought, well, there's enough room in the middle, which there was. There's like 1.5 car widths there, so there's almost 2 car widths length there. Not, well, there was until the BMW closes that in, starts veering off to the right. I think it's because he saw the right-handed kink on the straight that's coming up, but I don't know if he had to turn in that much. But to be perfectly fair and play devil's advocate, I could have just lifted off throttle. But I don't think any of us expected any of that to happen. I think I didn't expect the BMW to merge over, and I don't think the BMW expected me to be that far forwards. So both of us just wasn't expecting either one of us. I think it's a racing incident. It's very unfortunate, though. Like, when that happened, I was like, oh, gosh. Well, and then let's see if we can figure out what happened to... It was one of those 2 Porsches that lost control later on. Let's figure that out. Go back to my car. And it was right up here. No. It's a little bit further up. Oops. It's up here. Now, is the footage going to cut out? Hopefully it doesn't. It's one of these Porsches. I think it's... So what on earth happened up there then? Wonder what caused him to lose control. Okay, I think it was Darnell that spinned. Yeah. Okay, so let's center the camera on Darnell, which I think this is him. Is it? No, this is okay. So let's pay attention to what's happening up front. I think that Audi's gonna. I'm not sure what happened with the Audi up there too. But the Audi messed up in some way, so that caused a chain reaction of a lot of cars in front of Darnell to suddenly slow down. So it looks like Darnell had to brake hard mid-corner. It's never a good thing to have to happen. So it looks like he lost the rear there, and the rear of his car had not enough weight there. All the weight must have shifted to the front of his car, so the rear becomes light here. Oh, looks like a small little tap on the Porsche ahead too. And he was going to turn to the left, but that BMW was coming up fast to his left. Close off that amount of that space to the left there. So then Darnell had to react. Looks like he did react well, and he leaves the space. But there was another touch there. Okay, was another touch there, and that contact caused Darnell to get too far to the right, too much curb there. And I'm not sure if he even clipped a little grass, but he just didn't have the right surface underneath his right set of wheels. So that's what causes him to then spin. And not much I could do there. I mean, when Darnell has just so much happen up there all at once, but the final nail in the coffin was when this contact happens between the BMW and Darnell, and it kind of shoves Darnell to the right, so you can see here, his car goes to the right, and then his right set of wheels is on uneven surface. He had clipped the grass even a little bit, so then that makes his car just spin to the left because of the grass going on his right set of wheels. So then he's spinning, and with me, I mean, I just hit my brakes, but there's like nothing I could do there. So you see, I'm braking, but I hit Darnell already, and then with me hitting Darnell, that causes this BMW then to just come flying in and hit me. Not a good situation. Just all around racing incidents, though. I mean, nothing here is really like too avoidable. It's just chaos, you know. All of the stuff that happened in that first lap, chaos, in my opinion, is racing incidents. But like, you can't really put much blame on anyone. It's just very unfortunate. But yeah, for the rest of the race, we were stuck with 20 seconds of damage. But we pulled through. I think P7's a pretty good result considering all the chaos that happened back there, you know. And then after that, we had to wait a long time off track before we could rejoin. Anyways, guys, it's kind of fun. We should still be in the lead in this season. We only have one more race to go, so this is... we definitely have potential to win our first GT3, well, first ACC League championship ever. So I'm pretty excited about this. And I'll see you guys, should see you guys tomorrow, depending on how things go tomorrow, but I should be racing tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Race fast, race clean, and I'll see you all in the next video.